Well, a fine good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm in Shelburne, Vermont today, at the village cemetery. I've been here a few times. I do like to film here. Anyway, if you're wondering why I've been filming so many cemetery videos of late, it's twofold. First of all, do you see any white stuff on the ground? Any snow whatsoever? Do you see any ice? Well, traces of ice over there and over here. But it's really traces of ice. There is a substantial puddle over here, but my shoes are waterproof. Shucks gee whiz puddles. Anyway, so that's one huge reason. We are scheduled to get a major snowstorm Friday from 1 a.m. to 10 p.m. Winter storm watch right now. It's in red on the Weather Channel's app. Anyway, that's one big fat reason. Oh, did I say how much snow we're supposed to get? 6 to 12 inches, which is about 18 to 30 centimeters-ish. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, and I multiply in my head by 2.5, so you can round up a little bit. The other reason is I have not been feeling well. Walking is still problematic because I just can't seem to breathe. So it just seems to be easier to walk in a cemetery and talk a little bit about these different people, and or well, to say their names and dates and all that stuff, than it is to stand in front of a building and read you something. It's very takes a lot of breath to talk like that. So anyway, just letting you know. By the way, if you like my content, I'd really love it if you subscribe to my channel. Once you subscribe, if you click on the notification bell, you will be notified each and every time I upload a brand spanking shiny new video just for you. And you get the benefit of staying home in your recliner with your slippers on. Yes, slippers and jammies. Maybe a cat in your lap, dog at your side, children at your knee, all that good stuff. I, on the other hand, am out here, and the temperature has dropped a lot today. It's in the 30s now. It was 50 when I met a friend for lunch at noon. And now at 4 o'clock, it's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Ugh. All right. I will say the ground is very wet, though, so that's kind of icky. All right. Let's see what we have here. Well, they both passed on. Courtney and Virginia Parkinson, 1925, 1992 for him, 1918 to 2012 for her. So, holy guacamole. And let's see. I think I'm going to walk up the row and do it that way. The upside of coming in, her birth date isn't even on here. I wonder if people do that so they can't be, can't have their identity stolen. Makes me wonder. Maybe they're divorced. Who knows? Well, here we go. William C. Elkins, U.S. Army, World War II, 1918, 1995. Well, Elkins, by the way, there's an Elkins memorial right there. I wonder if this is for vases, these things right here. They've both passed on. Norris L Leclair Sr. and Arlene A Leclair. Loving memories. In case you can't read that. He has not passed on, but she has. Wow, she was... How old was she? 57. Wow, that's how old I am. So it's always kind of hard to read when someone is your age or right around your age, isn't it now? I think so. And they both passed on. She lived another decade after him. If you want to see my photographs, you can certainly look at them on Instagram, Traveling for History, or Facebook, Traveling for History. If you put quotation marks around Traveling for History on Facebook, or even Instagram, I presume, but Instagram, it would be at, right? At Traveling for History. Some flat markers here. Lawrence J. Smith, Private First Class, U.S. Army, World War II, October 20, 1918 to January 10, 1992. And she lived from 1901 to 1994. And that's Elizabeth Ann Mullen. Oh, I see. I guess she's related to that there. I'm guessing he is too. No, he's right here. I don't know about you, but isn't that confusing? It's confusing only to me that these markers are here behind the Waterman headstone and not closer to Mullen or Smith. That could just be me. You could let me know. Although it does say, Lawrence J. Smith right over there, and his flat is right there. I'm so confused. Oh, I hate to be confused. Ooh, so young. So young. What would that be, 32, 33? So young. So wrong when people so young die. Specialist 4, Cullen H. Bullard, Senior, USA, Cold War, Germany, 62 to 65. So fascinating that it's on a brick. And then Smokey Bullard, 01 to 19. I am guessing that's a dog. Maybe? Maybe it's a child. I don't know. Perhaps it's a child. My apologies if I misspoke. Some wide open space over here. We have a flat headstone, excuse me, flat marker right here. Frank H. Lavalette, Sergeant U.S. Army, World War II, 1919 to 1990. And his wife Anita, who lived another 24 years after he died. Looks like the Spencers are still with us. What an interesting headstone. Definitely marble. 1967 to 1994. 26, 27 years old. Gosh darn. And then there's for that headstone there is Renee E. Martel, RM3, U.S. Navy. I don't know what RM stands for. If anyone else does, please let me know in the comments below. World War II and Korea, 1925, 1991. Clearly, they're still with us. A little remnant of snow here. OCSA, US Navy. I have no idea what that stands for. But we can see their headstone is right here. Trumper. And then so down here, there's some right down here, lower down. I'll catch those in just a moment. I filmed this area over here when there's tons of snow on the ground. I'm not even sure. Well, when I filmed that wasn't so bad. But when I filmed on the other side over there, there was just a ton of snow. It came more than halfway up my leg. That was insane. And freezing cold. Oh. I'd be glad you weren't with me for that. Physically with me for that. So, Thomas Gene Haddock, U.S. Army, Air Corps, World War II, 1926 to 1997. And we can see the headstone right over here. I like the backdrop there. Don't you? The snow and all that. Well, I like it anyway. So he's still with us. Richard Carrier Reed. The Reeds have this wonderful bench on which to sit. I love those things. I have used them in cemeteries. I hope you have too. And I remember one at, I think it was Lakeview Cemetery in Burlington, Vermont, where it said to sit a spell. Very inviting. So why not? Why not? Emmerdale is such an interesting name. Ooh, pilot. The Army Air Force, World War II. I'm not sure what 8th means. Would it be, is it an 8th pilot group? Like an 8th infantry sort of thing? Ooh. Wind is going to cut me in two. Andrew McPherson Pitkin, son of Robert and Ruth, who lived from January 1974 to April 12, 1984. 10. I am so sorry for your loss. Parents should not be burying their children. Beautiful headstone. I love the red granite. Thomas B. and Maurice C. Oakes, husband and wife for 56 years. Wow. That is amazing. So this is Marie, who lived from 1915 to 1996. And her husband, Tom, that is just stuck on there. Loving husband and dad. I wonder if this is supposed to be the road less traveled. The Goodriches are still with us. That's good. And she is still with us. Also good. There she's in good health, of course. Hagerty, oh. Didn't realize that all the names would be on the top of the bench. There is one down here on the ground. Donald H. Hagerty, Tech 5, U.S. Army, World War II, 1922 to 2002. Oh my God, he died on his birthday. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. How about you? Have you ever seen it before? Have you ever experienced it before? I wonder if this... I wonder what this is. This is a brook. There is running water down there. Lieutenant Commander, U.S. Navy, World War II, Milbank, Reginald Venn, World War II, 1904 to 1989. Ooh, I see a photograph. Well, there's a sewing machine for her. I'm presuming, yes, it's over her name, and a gas pump for him. So. And let's get a close-up of their picture. I love that. And then right here, looks like, yes, military man. Andre Archel Boisvert. Specialist 3, U.S. Army, Korea, 1932 to 2009. Francis E. Collette, U.S. Army, 1931 to 2006. And this is the overall headstone. There's no death date listed for him. Francis B. Doan, 1915 to nothing. His, presumed his wife, 1892 to 89, looks like. And let's see. DeLille, Edwin Brooker, Private U.S. Army, World War II, 23 to 94. Now, this headstone has the last name, but no other names. And this one, they're both right here. Alan David, Mark Bradford. Ooh, 1976 to 1980, 1945 to 2018. So Mark Bradford was 3 or 4 when he died. Oh my God. Now, I don't have children. I've said this before. I don't have children. But I cannot imagine burying a child. I do have a much younger sister. Her name's in the back. I do have a much younger sister, but and I'm 13 years her senior, so I can't even imagine that, to be honest. Okay, now I talked about the Cremation Garden here, and Phillips Martin, who was a landscape architect, designer, who created the Cremation Garden. I'll include that in the video. But I was wondering if he were buried here, and he is. He's right here. He lived from 1915 to 2001, and she lived from 1919 to 1981. So he outlived her by 20 years. Wow. I tell you, sir, your cremation garden is a work of art. Look at the sky. You see how gray that is? That is insanely gray. It's really not supposed to start snowing until Friday, 1 a.m. But it's been flurrying since it got colder. This wreath has certainly seen its day. I'm impressed that it is still upright and still attached. So I'm guessing that someone has made sure it would stay that way. I think the legs are in the ground, which makes sense. Ooh, see now? This is leaning back. I'll show you in just a moment. See how bad this thing is leaning. Ho ho. Ho ho no. Yeah, that's going to be tipping over backwards soon enough. Now, there have been a man who worked for grounds for the cemeteries here in Shelburne, and he actually repaired headstones. I don't know if that's typical for Shelburne, but he did do that. And you can see his handiwork in one of my first 2, maybe 3 videos here. I'm always happy to see a headstone repaired. I'm betting this is a fake wreath. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say that's fake. But it is lovely, nonetheless. With the bells, the cardinal, I think it's a cardinal, the wreath, I mean, it's the bow on the wreath. And another bench. Darrell, Roderick, and Julia, who are both still with us. If it weren't so cold out here, I would be tempted to sit there and just scroll back and forth with the camera. But I'm not going to do that. And let's see. So this one has a poem on it. Home is the sailor, home from the sea, and the hunter, home from the mile, and the flyer, home from the sky. See if I can capture that for you. I kind of thought it was going to rhyme. I like rhyming poems, but this is still lovely. And then, yes, right here. Andrew D. Clark, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Air Force, World War II, Korea, 1916-2002. So he didn't quite make his birthday in October. And then this will be the last one of this video I'm going to cover for this section. I'm going to start another video, a part 2, for the ones in the center. Harry Miles Clayton, July 6, 1931 to May 24, 2016. Here lies a man from a distant star that has returned to his place of birth. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? More about him? Does me. Alright, so this concludes part 1 right now of this section, certainly, of the village cemetery in Shelburne, Vermont. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. And until I see you again, you have a great evening. Thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate it.